Their idea of an air study was a gas detection unit in the back of a little SUV. They drove around for a couple hours and said they didn't find anything. The quote from their study was, no natural gas leaks were found that would be detectable to the human nose. I guess it was just a figment of our imagination, huh? If you were to do a public information request with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality on odor complaints in dish, there would be hundreds of them. So we did our own air study. Our study came up with a little different quote. Laboratory results confirm the presence of multiple recognized and suspected human carcinogens and the fugitive air emissions present on several locations tested in the town of Dish. It's kind of strange that they came up with the same thing at Tim's house. All of these locations were on private property. The samples were placed all around the facility. The only one that didn't have major exceedances of effect screening levels was the upwind location. Everybody knows what effect screening levels are. Tim mentioned it briefly. Effect screening level is a level that if you're exposed to for a period of time could be harmful to your health. For example, for benzene, as Tim said, 1.4 parts per billion is the long-term ESL. The short-term ESL is 180 parts per billion. So, if you're exposed to it at that level for that period of time, it could cause a negative health effect. It's based on a 35-year-old healthy male who's exposed in an occupational setting. It's not based on my children or Tim's children or your children or pregnant mothers or the more susceptible people in our population. And the fact of the matter is that our children and pregnant mothers shouldn't be exposed to this stuff at all. This stuff is an industrial process. At best case scenario, you have an industrial zone. At the best case scenario, you're going to have a lot of large trucks, a lot of large vehicles, a lot of heavy traffic. Your lives are going to change at the best case scenario. If nothing else, if all the bad stuff that happened in Dish and on Tim's property had never happened, it still would be an industrial site. So, as I said earlier,